Look at this. Fog. Love the fog. Absolutely love the fog. Gonna make my mileage today a whole lot more fun. Just like the fog. I don't know why. I always have. Anyhow, gonna get some morning stretching going here. And while we wait for folks to hop on and join us, we're just gonna go ahead and get some stretching done because I have got mileage to do today. I'm gonna turn this off and see if this looks better. Hang on. You don't want to cooperate this morning? Is that what's going on here? You don't want to cooperate? My fine feathered friend. Take off there. I think that's better. Yeah, without that silly backlighting, I think it's much better. And instead, let's get on some regular Latin so folks see what the heck we're up to. Here we go. That's better. All right. So I got my morning coffee in me, and I'm ready to rock and roll today. This is actually going to be a road trip Wednesday. But it's absolutely beautiful outside. And of course, every day that you wake up, hey, that's a bonus right there. And it doesn't matter how old you are. The fact that you woke up in the first place, that's the important thing. Anyhow, while we're waiting for folks to join us here online, we'll see if anybody gets in the exercise chat. Is what I hashtagged this morning. We'll see if anybody joins us under that one. It'll be interesting. Anyhow, so in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and play Lice Water. Alexa, play Lice Water.
Hello, it's time to play Lice Water, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. Cleopatra married her brother Ptolemy XIII and her brother Ptolemy XIV.
What is true?
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. Cleopatra was born with both male and female genitalia.
What is false?
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Cleopatra slept on a bed of nails every night.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. Yep, that's a lie. After death, Cleopatra was eaten by her children so they would gain her wisdom.
False.
You say false. Yep, that's a lie. Cleopatra was Greek.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. And you were wrong. It was true. The first issue of Vogue was dedicated to Cleopatra.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Cleopatra is credited with inventing the hand mirror.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie. Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 4 points. That's better than a lot of people do, probably. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Well, hello there. It's time to play Lice Water, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Rain is saltier in densely populated regions due to evaporated sweat.
False. That's ridiculous.
Sounds like you think this one is false.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a lie.
That's silly. You guys can play along with this, too.
Sweat stains are yellow because of high concentrations of urea in armpit sweat.
Oh, that's crazy. Repeat that.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you said. Answer truth or lie.
Stretch along with me, guys.
Sweat stains are yellow because of high concentrations of urea in armpit sweat.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
What do you know?
A species of bee discovered in Brooklyn lives on human sweat.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false.
That's crazy.
And you were wrong.
Whoa.
It was true.
A bee that lives on human sweat.
Antiperspirant was originally invented for horses.
That sounds crazy enough to be true.
You say truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie. Birds don't sweat.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true.
Gotta have sweat glands to sweat.
Nervous sweating is an evolutionary response to make you slippery and hard to catch.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false.
Crazy.
Yep, that's a lie. Squirrels only sweat from their tails.
False. That's nuts.
You say false.
That's crazy.
Yep, that's a lie. All right, final score time. You scored 4 points. Pretty good. Would you like to play again?
Good. Yes. Play along.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Smirnoff Ice is the only alcoholic beverage allowed to sponsor NASCAR events.
False.
You think it's false.
Ask Budweiser.
You were right. That's a lie.
Come on.
NASCAR and Harlequin teamed up to release NASCAR romance novels.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false.
Yeah.
And you were wrong. It was true.
You gotta be kidding me.
NASCAR began as a carriage racing league.
Repeat that.
NASCAR began as a carriage racing league.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
That was a guess.
NASCAR didn't have a website until 2004.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Shows you how much I know about NASCAR.
Al Gore owns a NASCAR vehicle.
False.
You say false.
Not unless it's electric.
Yep, that's a lie. NASCAR's 1989 Rookie of the Year was Dick Trickle.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true.
Remember the name.
NASCAR's official song is Tracy Chapman's Fast Car.
False.
You say false. You were right. That's a lie. Let's hear your final score. You scored 4 points. That's better than a lot of people do.
I'm
probably.
Not a big NASCAR
Would
guy,
you like to play again?
Yes. If you guys have any questions, hit me. That's what I'm here for. Hi, new
Hello.
person.
It's time to play Lie Swatter,
Somebody who
the
doesn't want to
unbelievable
identify
true or
themselves
false
as
trivia
watching the
game.
but
I'm going to
everybody's
share
welcome.
7 bizarre statements. After each, say
You're
truth
sitting
or
down,
lie.
Get up. Stretch with
Let's
me.
get started. Les Paul built his first electric guitar from a railroad tie.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
The world's largest working electric guitar is on top of the Hard Rock Cafe in Minnesota.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
It was a guess.
The inventor of the Fender electric guitar couldn't play guitar.
True.
You say truth.
When you work on the computer.
You were right. It's true.
So just roll them back and forth.
Eric Clapton once ate a guitar on a dare.
Repeat that.
Eric Clapton once ate a guitar on a dare.
False. Ate a guitar.
You think it's false.
Silly.
You were right. That's a lie.
Who's going to eat a guitar?
The Who had special guitars that were easier to smash.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
Oh, well,
Johnny
Peter.
Cash played one guitar his entire life.
False.
You think it's false?
One guitar?
Yep, that's a lie.
Yeah, not like Lucille with B.B. King.
Bruce Springsteen holds a stringless guitar while he's on stage.
What is true?
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie. Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 4 points.
Yeah,
That's better than a lot of people do, probably.
Today.
Would you like to play again?
Yes.
Well, hello there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Zachary Taylor was the first U.S. president to keep a pet pig in the White House.
True.
You answered truth.
Pigs are smart.
And you were wrong. That
Really?
one's a lie.
He should have. At least the pot.
A single artichoke contains more sodium than 2 slices of bacon.
False.
You say false. Yep, that's a lie.
No sodium in artichokes.
The Muppet Show was pulled from Turkish TV during Ramadan because Miss Piggy is pork.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true.
It's amazing what they go through over there.
Israeli mine-clearing experts use soldier pigs to sniff out hidden landmines.
True.
You seem to think this one's
They
true.
use pigs to find truffles.
You were right. It's true.
Yeah, they have amazing smelling.
There is no equivalent word in the Turkish language for ham.
True.
You say truth.
Just a guess.
But you were wrong. It's a lie. The electric chair was invented by a hog farmer.
Repeat that.
The electric chair was invented by a hog farmer.
True. Just a guess.
You seem to think this one's true.
Come on, guys. Working the
And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Saint Anthony the Abbot is the patron saint of pigs and amputees.
True. Don't have a clue.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true.
How about that?
Brace yourself for your final score.
Yeah.
You scored 4 points. I would classify that score as just fine. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. A 6,000-year-old tree in South Africa has a pub built into its hollow trunk.
True. Just a guess.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. In Japan, April 10th is National Cut Down a Tree Day.
False.
You think it's false. You were right. That's a lie. There are no trees in France.
False. That's insane.
You say false. You were right. That's a lie.
No trees in France. Come on.
Ronald Reagan said, trees cause more pollution than automobiles do.
True. Ronnie Reagan
You say
was not
true.
very smart.
You were right. It's true. Smoking trees is trademarked by the United States Forest Service.
What is false? Just a guess.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Oak trees are technically just very tall bushes.
True.
You say lie.
No, I said
Yep, that's
true.
a lie.
Really?
Christmas trees kill an average of 13 people a year.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. Let's hear your final score. You scored 7 points. Perfect score. Would you like to play again?
Sheer luck. Yes.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false
Well,
trivia
you
game
guys.
from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 impossible seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Jodie Foster's movies Freaky Friday and Taxi Driver were released the same year.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. But you were wrong. It's true.
Get out of here.
Jodie Foster dubs her own voice for the French versions of most of her films.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. But you were wrong. It's true.
See?
Jodie Foster owns over a dozen snakes.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
I know nothing about it.
Mel Gibson is Jodie Foster's cousin.
False.
You think it's false. Yep, that's a lie. Jodie Foster was mauled by a lion as a child.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. And you were wrong. It was true.
Whoa.
Jodie Foster briefly dated Joe Biden.
False.
You think it's false. Yep, that's a lie.
Yeah, I couldn't see that one.
Because of a mental disorder, Jodie Foster can't remember last names.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. Yep, that's a lie. Let's hear your final score. You scored 3 points.
Yeah.
That one kind of got away from you. Would you like to play again?
Yes.
Well, hello there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Avocados cause blindness in snakes.
False.
You say false.
Silliness.
You were right. That's a lie.
Come on.
Avocado skin is used to make pleather.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false.
Just a guess.
You were right. That's a lie. Christopher Columbus called avocados cowless butter.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. The Aztec word for avocado means testicle tree.
True. And if it's true, I love it.
You say truth. Yes, it's true. 95% of avocados grown in California descend from a tree planted by a mailman in 1926.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true.
Johnny Appleseed of avocados.
Avocado pits were used to hunt birds.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
You could.
Mussolini banned avocados from Italy in 1930.
True.
You say truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 4 points.
Again.
Pretty good. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Anybody have any questions yet? Hit me up, you guys.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. The largest organism on Earth is a 3.4 square mile mushroom.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
Yep.
Yes, it's true.
Yep. It's under a forest.
Mushroom skin and human flesh are 99.99% bioidentical.
False.
You say false. You were right. That's a lie.
Yeah.
Fungi are more closely genetically related to animals than to plants.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true. In Super Mario Brothers, red mushrooms give you an extra life.
False.
You think it's false. Yep, that's a lie. Pope Pius X denounced mushrooms as lustful vegetables.
True. Sounds about right.
You answered truth, but you were wrong. It's a lie.
Oh well.
There are 4 species of Brazilian fungi that control ant brains.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's
They
true.
make them grow it.
Sam Elliott owns the largest mushroom farm in California.
True.
You say truth, but you were wrong. It's a lie.
It was a guess.
Time for the final tally. You scored 5 points.
Woo.
I would classify that score as just fine. Would you like to play again?
Sure. See if anybody watching has any questions.
It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia
Morning,
game.
Annabee. How are you?
I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie.
If you have any questions,
Let's get started.
Hit me up.
The first artificial heart pump was made using parts from an erector set.
True. That's just a guess.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true. The town of Freedom, Nevada was based on a level in Sim City.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. Yep, that's a lie. Martha Stewart released a line of gingerbread building blocks.
True. Come on, you guys.
You seem to think this one's
true.
true.
Questions? Hit me.
And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I know nothing about Martha Stewart.
Frank Lloyd Wright's son invented Lincoln Logs.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. And you were wrong. It was true. There's a toy museum in Ohio constructed entirely from Tinker Toys.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Well, there should be. As far as I'm concerned.
In Europe, connects are called connects.
True.
You say
no
truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
You guys help me out here.
Takeru Kobayashi ate 200 Lego bricks in under a minute.
Repeat that.
Takeru Kobayashi ate 200 Lego bricks in under a minute.
Hot dogs, maybe, but false.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Yeah, nobody's gonna eat those things.
Let's hear your final score. You scored 3 points. Lots of room for improvement. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Unless somebody has something they want to hit me with, we can chat about.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter, the voice-activated true or false trivia game.
Love this. Play along,
I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie.
Stretch with me.
Let's begin. There was briefly a Bud Light-flavored alcoholic bubblegum.
True. Sounds about right.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Would have sold in places I know.
Southampton Airport has chewing gum recycling bins.
True.
You answered truth.
Just a guess.
Yes, it's true.
Huh.
There's a restaurant in Brooklyn that only sells gourmet gum.
False.
You say false. Yep, that's a lie. Flavor Flav endorsed a flavorless gum.
False.
You think it's false. You were right. That's a lie.
Silly.
Bubblegum is pink because that was the only color dye the inventor had at the time.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. Vikings chewed fruit-flavored whale fat to appear intimidating.
False.
You think it's false. You were right. That's a lie. Chewing too much sugar-free gum can result in severe diarrhea.
False. No.
You say
that's
false.
Probably true.
But you were wrong.
Yeah,
it's true.
That is probably true. Xylitol.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 5 points. Pretty good. Would you like to play again?
Sure. You guys,
Hello.
play along.
It's time to
Chat
play
me up. If you have
Lie
any
Swatter,
questions, I keep
the
checking.
unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started.
Let's.
Larry David wrote fun facts for Snapple Tea.
True.
You say truth.
Sounds like it's up his alley.
And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Cold chamomile tea can cause hallucinations.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false.
That was true. I had to try to
You were right. That's a lie. There's a tea boutique in London called Grandma's Teabagging.
True. I hope so.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
Come on, that's hilarious. That would have been great.
Green tea leaves are orange.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. You were right. That's a lie. The world's most expensive tea is made using panda droppings.
False.
You say false. But you were wrong. It's
Really?
true.
Whoa. The most expensive.
A giant teapot is worshipped by a cult in Malaysia.
True?
You answered truth. Yes, it's true.
Sounds about right. Worship a teapot.
Brad Pitt owns a tea farm in Bangladesh.
Sure, why not? True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 3 points. Lots of room for improvement. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Couple more times, you guys, then I got to go get out inside and do some mileage.
Well,
Appreciate
hello
whoever's
there.
been watching.
It's time to play Lie Swatter,
Hand me up
the
if you
crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin.
Play along.
The pirate Blackbeard actually had a red beard.
False.
You think it's false. You were right. That's a lie. In the early 1700s, Russian nobility had to pay a beard tax to wear facial hair.
False.
You think it's false.
Silliness.
But you were wrong. It's true.
A beard tax?
Students at Brigham Young University need a doctor's note to grow a beard.
False.
You think it's false. And you were wrong. It was true.
No way. That's nuts.
The U.S. Congress declared 1978 the year of the beard.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is
But
false.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You were right. That's a lie. The only member of ZZ Top without a giant beard has the last name Beard.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true. In Luxembourg, Santa Claus has a beard of bees.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Christopher Walken's grandmother was a professional bearded lady.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. You were right. That's a lie.
Crazy.
Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 4 points. Pretty good.
Stuck
Would
on
you
4
like
out
to
of
play
7
again?
today. Yes. A couple more times. All right, guys. If you don't have anything to chat with me about, I'm going to be heading out here shortly. I'll be back after my road
Well,
trip
hello
today.
there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. The game Operation was recalled after electrocuting several small pets.
False.
You say false. Yep, that's a lie.
There wasn't enough juice in
The
that
first
thing to
toy
do anything.
ever recalled was a plain wooden block.
Repeat that.
The first toy ever recalled was a plain wooden block.
True.
You answered, but you were wrong. It's a lie.
I was thinking lead paint.
A plush toy uterus was recalled because the ovaries were a choking hazard.
False.
You say false. But you were wrong.
No
it's true.
way. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
The Slinky was recalled for being too awesome.
False.
You think it's false.
Come on.
Yep, that's a lie.
Silly.
Flubber was recalled for causing severe rashes and hair follicle infections.
False.
You say false. But you were wrong. It's true.
Really? Never had any.
The first ethnic Cabbage Patch Kids were recalled for accidentally being white.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. You were right. That's a lie. 1 in every 4 toys is eventually recalled.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. Yep, that's a lie. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 4 points. I would classify that score as just fine. Would you like to play again?
Talking about 4. Wonder what it could be. Sure.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. A scorned lover of Shakespeare burned down the Globe Theatre in 1613.
Yes.
You say truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Shakespeare had a son named Hamnet.
False.
You say false. And you were wrong. It was true.
Whoa.
Shakespeare's children were illiterate.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
I know the books. I don't
Yes, it's true.
Wow.
The only thing Shakespeare left his wife in his will was his second best bed.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
Just me some questions.
You were right. It's true.
Seriously.
10,000 words of the Oxford English Dictionary are credited to Shakespeare.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Shakespeare invented the word pancakes.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. Yep, that's a lie. Shakespeare wrote over a dozen sonnets to his beloved horse Lorenzo.
False.
You say false. Yep, that's a lie. Time for the final tally. You scored 4 points. Completely respectable showing. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Anybody have anything they want to chat about? Hit me up, you guys. Hey, Trustmaster.
Hello. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game.
Get moving.
I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin.
We're playing
The Inuit used whale skeletons as jails.
Repeat that.
The Inuit used whale skeletons as jails.
True. Sounds about right.
You seem to think this one's true.
Stretch with me, you guys.
And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Well, it sounded good. Anything you want to chat
According
about?
to TV Guide, the Pope's favorite TV show is Bones.
Repeat that.
According to TV Guide, the Pope's favorite TV show is Bones.
I don't think so.
You seem to think this one is true.
No, I said...
But you were wrong.
Really?
It's a lie.
I said false. Hey, you guys.
Groucho Marx's skull
If you want to hit me up with any questions or
Hamlet.
chat about something, just hit me. Repeat that.
Not sure I understood that. Answer truth or lie. Groucho Marx's skull is used for productions of Hamlet.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
Better not.
Yep, that's a lie.
Hey, let's say what? You won $100.
An Australian company, Bones Appetit, turns your old pet's bones into cutlery.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Good. Somebody didn't want to get poison email.
You have a completely new skeleton about every 7 years.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
Yep.
Yes, it's true.
That's true. 7 to 10 years.
A boner actually contains a bone.
Repeat that.
A boner actually contains a bone.
False. Don't.
You think it's false.
Unless you're a porcupine.
You were right. That's a lie. There is a Portuguese chapel built mostly out of the skulls and bones of dead monks.
False. Ooh,
you think it's false.
Disgusting.
But you were wrong.
Whoa.
It's true.
Whoa. That's horrible.
Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 4 points.
That's horrible.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Would you like to play again?
Today, you guys. Yes.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game.
You want to chat about? Hit me up. I'm going to be here for a few more minutes.
I'm going to
before I
share
go do
7
my
statements.
mileage
After
today.
each, say truth or lie.
I got 4 miles
Let's
to do
get started.
before I go on my road trip.
Admission to Disney World is free on Christmas.
False. Are you kidding?
Sounds like you think this one is false.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Walt Disney World Resort is about the size of San Francisco.
False.
You think it's false. And you were wrong. It was true.
I knew it was big, but I didn't think it was that big.
Demi Moore provides the voice of one of the ghosts in the Haunted Mansion.
False. Just a guess.
You think it's false. Yep, that's a lie. The person who plays Mickey Mouse is required to have a master's degree in theater.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. Yep, that's a lie. The It's a Small World theme was once played before a meeting of the United Nations.
True.
You answered truth.
Sounds right.
But you were wrong. It's a lie.
They should have.
After Disneyland closes, feral cats come out of hiding to prowl for mice.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true.
There's a big feral cat problem in Anaheim.
The top of Space Mountain is a honeymoon suite available for $5,000 a night.
False.
You say false.
Let's go to Club 33.
Yep, that's a lie.
Seriously, if you ever have a chance.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 5 points. Not bad. Not bad at all. Would you like to play again?
Sure. You guys play along.
Hello. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Michael Jackson's bathtub was filled with non-poisonous moon jellies.
False.
You say false.
I'm not a Michael Jackson expert.
Yep, that's a lie.
That was a guess.
McDonald's in Hong Kong serve peanut butter and jelly fish sandwiches.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. Yep, that's a lie.
It's disgusting.
The lion mane jellyfish has the largest penis in the animal kingdom.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. You were right. That's a lie. There is a species of jellyfish that can age backwards.
False.
You think it's false. And you were wrong. It was true.
Well, I hope we're genetically testing that thing.
Box jellyfish have no brains, but 24 eyes.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. But you were wrong. It's true.
No brain, but eyes.
The Miami Dolphins were originally called the Florida Jellies.
False.
You think it's false.
What do you guys think?
Yep, that's a lie. Jellyfish venom is radioactive.
False.
Sounds like you think this one is false. You were right. That's a lie. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 5 points. Good enough if you ask me. Would you like to play again?
Sure, a couple more times. You guys have anything
Hi,
to chat about?
welcome to Lie Swatter,
Questions?
the true
Health?
or false trivia game from
training?
Jackbox Games.
Losing weight? Quitting smoking?
I'm going to share 7
I help with all
impossible
that
seeming
stuff.
statements. After each, say truth or lie.
Personal training with
Let's
Brad.
begin. The Aztec word for avocado means testicle tree.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true. Avocados cause blindness in snakes.
False.
You think it's false. You were right. That's a lie. 95% of avocados grown in California descend from a tree planted by a mailman in 1926.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true. Avocado skin is used to make pleather.
False.
You say false. Yep, that's a lie. Avocado pits were used to hunt birds.
False.
You think it's false. You were right. That's a lie. Christopher Columbus called avocados cowless butter.
False.
You say false. You were right. That's a lie. Mussolini banned avocados from Italy in 1930.
False.
You say false. You were right. That's a lie. Time for the final tally. You scored 7 points. Wow, that's a perfect score.
Yeah.
Would you like to play again?
No.
Thanks for playing Lie Swatter. Good day to you.
All right, you guys, I'm going to take a few minutes to talk to you before I get rolling. I'm going to be heading out the door to get some mileage done today. I power walk about 24, 25 miles a week as a part of my cardio. That way I don't get back to this. And this was at 205. I used to be 250 plus. So that was about 13 years ago now. Anyhow, I'm an ACE certified personal trainer, ACE certified health coach. I help people lose weight, quit smoking, get in shape, work on type 2 diabetes. I'm a type 2 diabetic myself. I help people that have back pain, especially osteoarthritis, if you have any bone spurs, things of that nature. For me, the most important thing to impart to you, is that movement, getting up. Don't sit all day long if you're on the job. Get up every 30 minutes and stretch. Do your lower back a favor and don't do the damage to it that I did in 25 years in information technology. I did get to the point where I was 252 pounds, smoking a pack of cigarettes a day for 30 years, and I got hit with type 2 diabetes. That was 2005. So obviously I had to make some changes, and I did, and now I help other people make those changes. I didn't become a certified personal trainer until I was 56. Health coach 6 months later because that's what I wanted. That's what I do. My specialty is helping people lose weight slowly, naturally, permanently. Lifestyle change is what it comes down to. Remember, being healthy is 75% your diet and 25% your activities, your exercise. So at the end of the day, if you have a negative energy balance with the calories you're taking in as opposed to a positive energy balance, then you're going to be losing weight. If on the other hand, you have a positive energy balance, and that simply means that you're consuming more calories than you're burning. And it's a pretty simple formula. Every 3,500 calories that you consume that you do not burn off one way or another, exercise or just in your daily living, your heart beating and your breathing, burns off about, well, say a 200-pound person needs about 1,900 calories a day to maintain a 200-pound weight. So every 3,500 calories that you consume that you do not burn off turns into a pound of fat. Conversely, every 3,500 calories that you burn takes off a pound of fat. Okay, so it's a pretty simple formula. Now, 75% of what you need to concentrate on is your diet. And I'm not saying start eating cardboard and start eating rice cakes. And, that's one thing that I get from the clients all the time. I don't want to give up eating all the foods that I like. I hit McDonald's. I get a quarter pounder with cheese and fries. I like my ribs. I like my meatloaf. I pretty much eat all the same things that I ever ate. But now it comes down to portion size. How much? Obviously, I don't have the 250 plus pound stomach I used to have, but I didn't get it overnight. It was built up over years of sedentariness, not watching what I was eating. Well, I was watching what I was eating. I was just watching it go down. As far as what and the portion sizes, that was irrelevant to me. Let's put it this way. I worked in the computer industry for 25 years, okay, mostly training. And when you're working on a computer, as you all know, most of the time you're sitting down, especially if you're in the computer industry, the IT industry, if you're in, training, unless you're in the classroom teaching, in which case you're on your feet all day, which probably would have been better for me overall. I had done some classroom training, but my goal or my job was usually working with corporations and governments and hospitals and, everybody in Southern California, company-wise and organization-wise, to get their people trained. Right? Networking, security, web performance, all the things in information technology, that databases are really big. But I sat around all day working on the computer. I'd go home at night, I'd do the same darn thing. I'd get back on the computer. And the best part was I loved it. I still love working on a computer. I started help building this silly industry back in the mid 80s. If you look on LinkedIn, you'll see my history in computers with, let's put it this way, me in information technology, even though I've been retired from that industry for a few years now, we're still pretty tight. Because to me, there's a whole lot coming down the pike. And it's all going to be involved with information technology. The next wave of big things is coming. You watch. Within 100 years, we should be able to end the death, literally. We should be able to take the ends of our cells, the telomeres, and regenerate them. That is, if we haven't become part cyborg by that time anyway. And I fully envision a time when we'll literally be having little microbots running around in our systems repairing things. Anyhow, so the objective for me when I'm working with my clients is to remind them the balance. And everything in life is a balance. I don't care what it is you're talking about. And everything has a balance. What you eat, what you drink, what you think, where you go, everything has a balance. You're on Occam's razor, the razor's edge at all times. Remember, you have the choice on a daily basis whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day. Literally, when you wake up every morning, you have the choice. Am I going to have a positive day? Am I going to have a negative day? We all wake up with issues. I wake up every morning with back pain and have for many years. One of the things that I have to deal with in this life, chronic pain. In fact, it's a chapter in the book I wrote, Pushing Double Nickels. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle. Again, Pushing Double Nickels. You can go get it for free. The Kindle edition, or if you just send me a text, I'll send you the digital version for free. And this year, I'm helping people quit smoking the cigarettes free, no charge. That's my community give back. To me, there is no way you can get your health in order. You can even start to get your health in order if you're still smoking cigarettes. And about 12 to 15% of the population, around 45 million Americans out of 330 million of us, still have that habit. And as someone who did that for 3 decades, pack a day, I know what it's like. I know what it feels like, especially if people ever get in your face and tell you have to quit. I had a real issue with people that told me how to live my life. But when the time came, and I was sitting in my doctor's office, and I was having all these weird symptoms because I was hit with type 2 diabetes. I let myself get so heavy at 250 pounds. Remember, that was 50 pounds more than this. In fact, here, I'll show you the scary picture. I keep this on purpose. That's my driver's license from the early 2000s, 252 pounds. So I know what I speak. My BMI at that time was 38, which put me in the obese category. Now my BMI is 22. My body fat's somewhere between 7 to 8%. But that's because I've taken the last 13 years to get to this point. And I took the time and the training years ago, back in 2015, 2016, to become trained and certified beyond what I know from my experience so that I can help other people. When I was in information technology, one thing that I always pushed, get your certifications, Novell, Microsoft, Oracle, all of the important ones, Cisco, know your routers. But I always push people getting certified. That way, if they have the certification and the experience to back up that certification, they were more likely to get a position in that they wanted, or to get a raise, or to get a new job, whatever. And it doesn't really matter what industry you're in. You should always strive to get certifications within your career field. It simply lets people know, prospective employers, clients, it lets people know that you care about what you do. You care about your profession enough to get the training. And those of us who are ACE certified, I'm ACE certified personal trainer and ACE certified health coach. So we are fully HIPAA compliant as well. So all of my clients know that anything that goes on between me and them, or between me and their doctor, because I do work with their doctors, especially the folks who have been recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, or right on the line of type 2 diabetes, the pre-diabetics. And this is a scary number, guys. 330 million Americans right now. And of those 330 million Americans, only 30 million of us, including me, have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. But, and this is the real scary but, there are 84 million pre-diabetics in America right now. That's about 1 in 4. Mind you, 2 out of 3 Americans right now are either overweight or obese. I was there. I was caught up in that epidemic. So 200 million Americans are currently overweight or obese. 84 million, and I guarantee you it's from that group. 99.9% is from that group. 84 million Americans are pre-diabetic. That means that you're right on the line of going into full-blown type 2 diabetes like me. I take 2 meds a day for my diabetes. Right now I'm doing metformin and Invokana. And my pancreas, according to my doctor, is only half functional. And that's the way it's going to be. Because I lived until 45, 46 years old not caring about my health. Not watching anything regarding my health. Even after going through Marine Corps boot camp training in my early or late teens, right, that discipline did not carry over into what I was doing diet-wise and information technology. When my wife got pregnant, my first wife got pregnant, she put on pounds for the baby. I put on sympathy pounds along with it. She lost all of her weight almost in one day, right, when the baby was born. I kept it for a while and let it grow. So got to a point where, yeah, it looked like I was in my second or third trimester eventually. When I was at 252 pounds, which was almost 50 pounds heavier than this, my waist size was about a 44 to 46. I used to love those pants that you put on that had the stretchy bands on the sides. And, those new t-shirts that they have on the market, the Untuck It shirts. Why? If you didn't have a gut hanging out, you wouldn't need to leave your shirt hanging down, right? Because everybody knows that you look much better with your shirt tucked in if you got a nice lean belly. The only reason you have a shirt hanging out, and I remember because I still have some of those old caftan shirts of mine, and I remember I always wanted to find a shirt that hung down and covered up my gut, which was hanging over. I mean, no matter what you do, certain things you can't hide. And looking in the mirror, there are certain things that you just say, hey, I need to make some changes. And remember, if you are where I was, if you're heavy or obese, you didn't get that way overnight. So don't expect that you're going to get rid of it overnight. Would you just please ignore all of these stupid commercials? You know, all of the diet plans of the South Beach and the Nutrisystems. Lose 10 pounds in 30 seconds. Seriously, gang. If you're going to lose weight, and it should be something you want to do, not something that, people tell you should do, but it should be something you want to do. And obviously everybody makes that New Year's resolution, but very few people actually stick to it. But if you make the plan proper, if you build something into your life that's permanent, you make the lifestyle changes necessary. And this is what I train my clients on. I turn my clients into their own personal trainers, their own health coaches. So that by the time I'm working with them, and the average span is about 3 to 6 months, once a week, once every other week, for 3 to 6 months, and I have somebody usually at a level where they can go on and hit their goals, and they're their own motivated personal trainer and health coach. Sure, I don't mind if you pay me constantly. Hey, I love it. Personal Training with Brad. You can go there right now. Personal Training with Brad. You can sign up. $35 an hour is the fee I charge as a personal trainer health coach. And I will help you do everything from losing weight to quitting smoking, managing your diabetes, talking about your diet, your nutrition, you name it, because I take care of the entire person, physically, mentally, because we aren't just parts. We are a whole being. And to really be healthy, you have to balance the entire individual. Physical, mental, spiritual, intellectual, everything. And that is the main goal, is to become balanced. So again, 75% of the time you spend should be watching the diet, watching how much you eat, not so much as what you eat. Initially, off the bat, right away, I want to turn your positive energy balance into a negative energy balance, so that at the end of the day, you have burned more calories than you have consumed. Simple formula, we can figure that one out. I have all my clients do a week-long food diary chart right off the bat, and an activity chart, and I have them put down everything they eat, the amount, if it was from a restaurant, if it came out of a package, who they ate it with, if they sat down and ate it with someone, or if they ate it by themselves, and this is important, why they ate it. Because I'm finding more and more of my clients these days are not eating because they're hungry, but because of other issues. And those have to be addressed. So when you have issues that need to be addressed, that has to be encompassed and covered in the entire plan. What I create is I call a healthy living plan, an HLP. So that simply means that I sit down with my client right off the bat, figure out this is where they come to me. Not everybody comes to me in the same place, but this person comes to me right here. Let's just say they're 250 pounds plus, like I used to be, a cigarette smoker. They're sedentary. They sit most of the time. They don't do any exercises. And their doctor just hit them with you have prediabetes. So you're right on the razor's edge, right? So that person, when they come to me, the very first thing we're going to do is get them to quit smoking. Now that I do for free, like I say. If you're a cigarette smoker, you want to get rid of the cigarettes, I will help you get rid of those cigarettes, no charge. But when the time comes to really put together the program, then you will pay the cost, because nothing that you get for free are you going to value as much as something that you're going to pay for. That's just the way it is. That's human nature. I have found that to be true all the time. Even when I was giving away free computer classes. You give away a free computer class worth a couple $100. People sometimes just like, well, if it's free, then it really can't be worth much. But if you give them like a 90% discount, they'll buy it up all day because they're still investing some money. They still have some skin in the game. So for me, my clients that succeed are the ones who stick with me, usually at least 90 days. By the time of 90 days comes along, we have got them in a plan that's going to keep them that way for a long time. The exercise is simply figuring out what it is you like to do, right? For a certain number of hours a week. Losing weight, I need you to put in 5 hours a week, an hour, 5 days. So 1 hour of activity 5 times a week. I want you to double your resting heart rate. If you don't know what your resting heart rate is, you need to find out. The other numbers that I would talk to you about are ones that you should get during your physical with your primary care physician. I want to know what your A1C is, your blood sugars. I want to know how your blood pressure is. Are you on blood pressure medication? I want to know about your cholesterol levels, your lipids, your triglycerides. I want to know what your BMI we can figure out right off the bat. In fact, you can go anywhere right now, look up BMI scale or body mass index scale, and you can look in at the chart at your height and your weight and follow it up to the number that tells you what your BMI is right now. And if you are not where you need to be, then obviously you need to make some changes. And if you are, and this is the good news, anybody can start making positive changes at any age. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how heavy you are. I had a BMI of 38. I mean, I was literally obese and still smoking cigarettes. Okay. If this old IT guy, old out couch potato, I've seen every episode of Gilligan's Island, The Munsters. I was a 60s child. So, I know what it is to sit around and watch TV. If I can do it, if I can make those changes, starting at 45, remember, at 45, I was 250 pounds and almost in my 31st year of smoking cigarettes. I started at 15. Thank you very much, Robert. I won't say your last name. Started in Germany on base. My dad was stationed there, and my upstairs neighbor stole cigarettes from his dad. So it was around 13, 14 years old. I had my first cigarette. And by the time I was 15, I was a full-time, almost pack-a-day smoker. So I know for those of you who smoke now, I understand, because more than half my life was spent with cigarettes. And that's the entire life. My entire adult life until 13 years ago. Last cigarette I had was July 15, 2005. It was the only time I ever tried to quit, and it was the only time I ever had to quit. To me, it made absolutely no sense. If I'm going to get rid of something, why would I take it back up again? It makes absolutely no sense. If you're doing something that's bad, if you have a bad habit, and you get rid of that bad habit, don't take it back up again. Seriously. One of the chapters I put in my book, Pushing Double Nickels, is do it right the first time. If you're going to invest the time and the energy to do something, do it right the first time. Why go back and repeat it? So, same thing, doesn't matter if it's quitting smoking, doesn't matter if it's losing weight. Although I did yo-yo once on my weight loss, and that's what blew me back up to 205 pounds in 2010. Because I let myself go without watching anything. I mean, I literally stopped exercising. It was a rough period, about 90 days, and I put almost 30 pounds back on. Of course, the holiday season for me is the toughest, because I do tend to overeat during the holiday. And I'm proud to say, at least this holiday, I didn't put on more than a couple of pounds. But then again, I've learned. And if I can't follow my own advice, remember, a personal trainer, my first client is me. A health coach, my first client is me. You're certainly not going to trust my advice if I look like that as a health trainer, right? So I need to walk the walk. I can't just talk the talk. I put in the miles, I put in the energy. I do the weights 3 times a week. And I highly recommend, if you're losing weight, all of my clients, I have to low weights, just something to really kick up the metabolism, and doing resistance training when you're trying to lose weight is an awesome way to do it. It also helps stop muscle loss, because we can lose muscle. That begins naturally in our late 30s, early 40s. Bone loss, ladies, osteoporosis is nothing to mess around with. So resistance training can help you retain muscle as well as help you build bone. And anybody, I don't care if you're 20, 40, 60, 80 years old, anybody can tone up. Anybody can put on muscle. Anybody can lose weight. It's great. The human body is malleable. It's like clay. You have the choice what you can do with it. Now, If you go where I went and you let yourself go, sure, you're going to gain weight. But that doesn't mean it's hopeless. That just means you're going to have to start putting in the effort to lose the weight. Now remember again, you can still eat everything you want to eat. I still eat everything I like. Steak, fried chicken, meatloaf. I eat McDonald's. I'll eat fast food, but I don't do it all the time, right? And I don't get so much at one sitting that I'm literally stuffing myself, right? It's portion size. Now, yes, the quality of what you put in your body counts. And I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and salads and things that I really didn't eat before, but I have become accustomed to them. I have grown to like them. But I haven't given up my cakes and cookies, and the things that I enjoy. Even as a diabetic, I can still have sugar. It's the portion sizes. You don't want to go overboard, especially as a diabetic, but there's just no way you can avoid all sugars. The body requires a certain amount of sugars. But you have to have that balance in your system where you're not overloading your body with the glucose, because that is going to bring on neuropathy. Diabetic neuropathy is nothing to mess with. A little tingling, a little burning, a little numbing eventually turns into real live burning down in that area. That means that your nerves are dying. And eventually they wind up taking off toes and fingers, and you can lose your eyesight, and yes, your life. So diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is nothing to play around with. Take it from someone who has it. Anyhow, I have got miles to do today. Before I head out the door, I've got a road trip planned. I'm actually seeing my primary care physician, who I've had for more than a decade today. And I highly recommend, for those of you who aren't currently getting an annual physical, do so. If you aren't getting your labs done regularly, come on, get in, get your labs done. Find out what your A1C number is. Find out if you are one of those pre-diabetics. Because the best part about being a pre-diabetic is that you can still get off that list. Don't go into full-blown type 2 diabetes like I did, like I have, right? If you have the ability, if you're pre-diabetic, that means that you can get off that list. To me, 84 million Americans are like the low-hanging fruit that I can help right away. Just 10%. 10%. If you could take off 10% of your body weight, that could take you off of that list. It's certainly going to help you with your pancreas and your insulin levels that have to be created. It's certainly going to help with the stress that you might be putting on your heart. Obesity, being heavy, puts a lot of strain on your heart, on your joints. It'll help you with your energy levels. I mean, it's amazing. Just losing 10 pounds off of my 250 pounds, just getting me down to 225. Remember, I'm 142 now, but I can remember just taking off 25 pounds from 250, a little over, to 225. I felt the energy difference. I really did. So I'm telling you now, if you do need to lose weight, if you do need to make those changes, if you do need to quit smoking, get control of your health, you can do it. It really can be done. I can help you. If you want me to help, personaltrainingwithbrad.com. Personaltrainingwithbrad.com. Just fill it out, the contact form. In fact, if you put in a note, I've fanned you on YouNow. Please fan me if you haven't yet, so you can know when I'm back on. If you put a note in there on my website, saw you on YouNow, I'll give you an hour for free. Hey, $35, you beat that with a stick. Mind you, my first session, my first hour with you is free anyway, because I will not take any time or any money from any client until I know I can help them. So I'm going to first, we're going to Skype or we'll email, whatever. We'll figure out a way to contact if you're not in my general area around here. I Skype with a lot of my clients. So we'll figure out a way to get together, and if I can help you, awesome. Because my goal this year is to help as many people as possible. Obviously, I got a roof to keep over my head, but more importantly to me, community give back. If I can help people get away from this like I used to be, it just makes me feel good. It really does. You guys have anything you want to hit me up with before I get rolling? Like I say, I'm heading out the door shortly. All right, you guys. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have an awesome day. I'm going to try to be back on later today. If not, I will definitely be back on tomorrow morning. Thursday morning is stretching, weights, and Q&A. So I'll be back on tomorrow morning, maybe 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. In the meantime, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Do yourselves a favor, for those of you that sit down for a living all day, that sit on the job all day, do yourself a favor and get up every 30 minutes and stretch. Take it from me, your lower back is going to appreciate you for it. Yeah, I promise. And like I said, if you want any help quitting smoking, it's free. Just hit me up at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com or connect with me on any of my social media links here on this page. And I don't know why they don't have a LinkedIn contact on this page, but they really should. You guys can hit me up on LinkedIn also. Anyhow, have a great day. Make it a good one. Every 30 minutes, get up and stretch. You guys have an awesome day. See you soon.